Shalom, shalom. Let me go ahead and check the stream. Shalom, shalom. Let's see. You know, we always got to test the streams first before we start, because sometimes it doesn't go up. Bear with me, Babak Shah. Let me see. What's on here? Bear with me, Babak Shah. There it is. Pulled it up on there and it works. All right. So we can go on with that. All right. I want to start by saying, Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakal Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule and teach as well. Peace and shalom to the Akim out there and the elect, which consists of the men, women, and children selected to make it out of here from the coming nuclear destruction, all right? I'm the brother Zion Allah, the DC camp, coming at you with another video. We had a beautiful video with the elder Monagon the other day. We were talking about the essentially having a true name, calling on the name of the Lord, even back during the time of Noah, Abraham, and so on and so forth, going all the way back to the beginning, that, you know, the name was always there, it just wasn't well known. Okay, had a beautiful video with the elder on that. And then the elder had mentioned an individual that came up to the camp this Saturday, okay, and what he was talking about, race and ethnicity. Now, I was in Philly with the Philly Bros, and then, you know, so the brother was telling me to watch the video to see this individual that came up, so I'm about to play those clips, all right? But this particular video is inspired off of this, okay, what we're about to listen to is basically part of understanding is what keeping thy foot is, to keep thy foot. Part of understanding is to keep thy foot, okay? If you know what keeping thy foot is, matter of fact, we're actually just going to get it, okay? We're actually just going to get it. Part of understanding is keeping thy foot. And then it says, if you were born, you have an ethnicity. If you were born, period, you have an ethnicity, all right? And once I play this, you're going to see why I'm naming the title this, all right? But let me go ahead and get this first. This is your attitude toward the Heavenly Father. It says, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, where two or three are gathered in his name, in Yahushai's name, by Hashem Salakia, there he is in the midst. Okay, that is the house, all right, of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Okay, when two or three are gathered in his name, okay, in spirit and in truth. Okay, it says, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. Be more ready to listen, to hear, than to get an offering of a fool. A fool is somebody who's stupid. So a fool is somebody who's mentally slow. That's what fool is. Fool means mentally slow or stupid. Okay? And that's what the Lord calls these people. People get mad at us for the way we speak. The scriptures is even worse. Okay? It's more direct. It's calling people fools, essentially retarded. When you look up retarded, it means what? Mentally slow. Okay? It says, then to give the sacrifice of fools, for they consider not that they do evil. You consider not that you're doing evil by constantly talking. Okay? You have to keep your foot when you go to the house of the Lord and be more ready to hear. So part of understanding is what? Keeping thy foot or listening. All right? Well, let me go ahead and play this part and then another video.
Yeah, how about, it's okay, brother.
I just asked them up there, right? I just asked them, where is Esau from? I know he's the son of Isaac, right?
Now, he said, I just asked them up there. Now we're going to see who the them up there is. We have multiple camps in D.C. We start off as one, split up, and then come back. And he went up to the other camp. All right, so we're going to go to that other camp right now. All right?
The judge is what? God. Right? And all these, you see all these guys, when they come up to camps, the black man God. Oh, I'm God. You know, they don't understand a damn thing. They just heard something new, and now they goddamn use it. They don't understand that with becoming a God or being a God, you have to be a judge. Right?
I'm going to jump up.
Stop
I think you
can come out. You can come out. Go park. We're going to be right here. Hospital right there.
Yeah.
Jake is fucking ridiculous. Jake wants some answers. We're gonna see if he want to do.
He did the same thing at the main camp. The brothers was telling him, okay, man, come on out. You see what I'm saying? They said, come on out. All right, so park. All right.
Yeah, that was him. You really think about how we're supposed to conduct ourselves one another, like Jake act like they forget the fundamental like way we're supposed to interact with each other.
They have, bro. They have.
We fallen. We have fallen, and this is a prime example. And this is how we know we Israelites.
Right.
This is the exact example of how we know who we are, man. There's no refuting. You know?
What's going on, brother?
Yeah, what's going on?
How's Esau white and Isaac? How's Esau white and Isaac is his dad?
You turn around. You turn around.
How's Esau white? Because y'all appreciate Esau white, right?
What do you mean white?
What do y'all preach about Esau? And he white? What race do you say he is?
Ain't nobody, bro. What color is your? Is he
No, I'm not trying to do
white
nothing,
people?
I'm not trying to do nothing confusing.
This ain't nothing confused.
Are
Saying
you-
white.
Okay, European descendant. European descendant.
He's not a European descendant.
What do y'all say about Esau? What do y'all preach?
What do you want to know, though? Exactly.
Now we can talk. Yeah, we can talk playing games. Because I heard many, because it's many of y'all, right?
Listen.
It's
Come on,
many. Hold on.
We can talk.
Time out.
Come over here. Come over here.
Time out.
Come
It's
over
many.
here.
Time out. It's many of y'all, right?
See how proud he is? See how proud he is? You know, the time out, and all that. See how proud he is? He couldn't even get the concept of, you know, the color aspect, just the color alone. Now, if you sat down and listened to the Akim talking, you would get the concept of that alone. Hey, is that brother's shirt? Because when the brother pointed, Shamuala pointed at the brother that was out there with the white garment. All right, it's just that basic. We have to start at the basics because you have people to this day that are still calling people white, that are still calling people black when there's no such thing. All right. See, that's why this individual should have what? Kept his foot. He just keeps running at the mouth. He's not up there to learn. All right. He's up there to what? Hear what we got to say and then what? Attack it. That's all he's doing. Refute it. He's hear what we got to say and refute it. He's not here to learn something. You see that?
And I don't know if y'all consistent with what y'all teach, but I heard a lot of people say that Esau is the white man. I heard it already.
Okay.
Y'all probably not the ones responsible for saying it, and y'all
So-called white.
whatever.
Well, that's matter.
Okay, but the point is, are y'all black Israelites?
Come over here.
Are you?
Come over here.
No. I'm asking, are you black Israelites?
Just like Esau not white. They not white.
No, I'm asking you though, are you?
We're not black. We're not black.
Okay, you're brown, you're African, you're
So
Israelite.
why you didn't say brown?
What is your ethnic background as far as
We
Esau?
are
As far as
Israelites.
Esau.
We
As
are
far as
Israelites.
Esau. As far as
You see, he said, so you're brown, so you're African. What is your ethnic background? And then he says concerning Esau. That's two separate things. He asked the brothers who are they, which they said it. They're brown, and then he says, what is your ethnic background concerning Esau? He should have stopped and said, okay, so you're saying you're the Israelites. So, okay, so what is Esau's ethnic background? All right. He should have said it like that. He should have broke it up. But see, that's somebody who just wants to talk and think they got the answer. Okay? See? Now we're gonna go back. I'm gonna drop out of this. We're gonna go back to this when he came up here.
what do y'all say he's from? Because how can he be European descent? What do y'all?
He's
what do
Middle
what-
Eastern.
What do y'all say he is?
He's Middle Eastern.
Okay, y'all say he Middle.
Now the elder said he's Middle Eastern as far as what? Because we're from over there in that area. Okay? All right. Isaac, okay, his father Abraham, we were over there in the area, in the land of Israel. Okay? What you know is Israel today. All right? We were over there in the Middle East. Now, is he Middle Eastern as far as being an Arab? All right, an Ishmaelite and things of that nature? No. All right. No, he said as far as location wise. But Isaac comes from the loins of what? His father Abraham. Jacob comes from the loins of what? His father Isaac. Straight on, man. Okay, and that's who you are. You are who your father is. And as a matter of fact, let me go ahead and jump and get that right now. Matter of fact, I think I have it. This is Numbers 1 and yeah, I had it. Numbers 1 and 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families. Okay? They declared their pedigrees. All right? Let me see. Declared their pedigrees. All right? To bear, bring forth, beget. You see? To be born. day of birth, declare one's birth, pedigree, to bear, beget. So they declared their lineages. It says now you see pedigree again. All right, so let's see. Let's open up another tab. Let's see what the etymology has for us. Pedigree, genealogical table or chart. Okay, from Latin, foot. All right, you see descent on old manuscripts. Descent. You see who you descend from, your lineage. So they declared their pedigrees. All right, their forefathers who begot them. Okay, all right, they've declared their pedigrees after their families, by the house of their fathers. All right, so guess what? You are who your father is. Okay, so no matter what time period, even going all the way back to Adam, we are who our father is. You see, we are who our father is. That's our race. That's our gene, which we're going to get that according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. Okay, so now we're going to go back. All right.
Middle Eastern. Why do some of y'all sects say that he's white or European descendant?
Oh, to be put.
Because, you know, first of all, that's two separate things. Okay. Being of European descent, meaning Europa, being over in that land, that's actually attributed to Japhet. But guess what? Esau took over that land and they started calling themselves Europeans to this day. They're calling themselves Europeans. Even the world says you're European, they think of Esau. But the true Europeans are the Japhites. Okay? Those are of the line of Japhet. All right, so really it's so-called European. Just like the word white. He's so-called white. Let's keep going. Let's get another scripture. Let's get go back. It's been a while since I got this scripture, but let me get it. Genesis 36. Esau moves, right? It says, Genesis 36 and 1. Now, these are the generations of Esau. Who is Edom? Esau had his name changed to Edom, just like Jacob had his name changed to Israel. Okay? All right. Now, which is a nationality still. Now, when you go down, Genesis 36 and 8, thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Mount Seir was the area and location where Esau dwelt in the mountains. Okay? It says Esau is Edom, all right, which we went up here. Esau, who is Edom. Now, when you go to Edom, Edom really means red, okay, red. See that? Esau or Edom means red. So he's not white. We say so-called. All right, why? Because that's what the world identifies him today, okay, as being white. That's why we say so-called. Sometimes we may just say the white man, okay? But when edification starts coming out, we explain these things. But you would understand these things if you actually hearkened and listening, if you actually kept your foot. And this goes out for all the other ones, all these other people that are starting to look at the Hebrew Israelites and they want to come out and ask this question. They want to possibly come out and challenge us, as they say, or whatever the case may be. You have to be willing to listen. You can't just come up and run your mouth thinking that you know something. All right. We've been out here for years, starting with our apostles on down, the elders on down. We've been out here for years. We heard this already. All your talking points we heard already. You're not hitting us with something new. Are they saying it's only for the Israelites? It's really for everybody. And they John 3:6. It's nothing new, man. It's nothing new. Take the time to listen. Right now, again, it says, we go back to Ecclesiastes 5. And one, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. Now we're going to get the Bible translation. It says, as you enter, the NLT, as you enter the house of the Most High, keep your ears open and your mouth shut. It is evil to make mindless offerings to Yahweh Shem Shai. So as you enter to the house of God, which he did, keep your ears open and your mouth shut. You need to learn, okay? You need to learn, right? Instead of speaking, you don't know anything. Now, this is Revelations 1 and 3. Blessed is he that readeth, and they that heareth the words of this prophecy and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. Now, let's go into that, the interlinear. Blessed are they that readeth, okay? All right. Now, it says to distinguish between, see that? All right. So basically, to have discernment. All right, to distinguish between, to recognize, to acknowledge, to to accurately, to know accurately, to acknowledge, basically to comprehend. So basically, when you're reading the scriptures, okay, blessed are they that what actually comprehend what is written. That's the thing. That's what makes you blessed. Okay. Now you go into the word blessed. Go into the word blessed. It says blessed, happy. All right. Supremely blessed, by extension, fortunate. See that? All right, fortunate, supremely blessed. Now, whenever it says again, whenever it says a word, again in the definition, it's best to look up that word. It says blessed, blessed, supremely happy. And then it says also consecrately holy. See? Now, when we understand and comprehend the scriptures, it makes us separate and true. It makes us separate from everybody else. It makes us, when we understand this word, obviously we're separate from the heathen. And we're also separate from the wicked of our nation. All right. We're also separate from the other Israelites. See? So it's a blessed thing when you what acknowledge and comprehend what is being taught. But part of that is what? Listening. All right. Listening. All right. Now, let me get another scripture that came to mind. I know it's in the Apocrypha. It talks about an attentive ear. Okay. Let me see. Now you go to attentive. All right. Yes, Sirach. It says Sirach 3 and verse 29. It says, the heart of the prudent will understand a parable, heart of the prudent wise. Okay? Why is this person wise? Number one, Yahweh Shem Shai gave them the wisdom. Okay? Number one, that's how we're anything that we are. It's through Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? But the heart of a prudent, wise man will understand a parable. Why? Because he shut up. He listened. A lot of us, when we came into this truth, what happened? We listened to the words that were coming out of the prophets' mouths. You see? And it aided us to what we know today. You have to listen first instead of talking. That's giving the what? Sacrifice of fools. The heart of the prudent will understand a parable, and an attentive ear is the desire of a wise man. See that? So just basically, the scriptures just said what we just talked about in the spirit. It says, and an attentive ear, ready to pay attention. Ear, listening, is the desire of a wise man. You see, if you're wise, it's best to listen. See that? So part of understanding is keeping thy foot, is listening. Now going into the other aspect of the title, if you're born on this planet, you have an ethnicity. All right, let's go back to this video, and I'm gonna jump up to around. I wrote it down to Mark 105 and 13 and 105 and 16. And let me go back.
Race in some form or fashion.
They didn't talk about race until a certain time. You know that, right?
No. Everybody's
about race until Noah.
No. They were race way before Noah.
No. I'm not talking about what you're saying. I'm talking about what the scriptures only show you, because that's what we're going by.
That's what I'm going by.
Right.
Let's
So
go to it.
They didn't discuss. Okay. I'm going to right now verbally. You can pull it up. But what I'm saying to you is this: they didn't discuss anything about race.
Who?
The scriptures. In the book of Genesis.
Who?
No one discussed race
up until when?
Noah.
So what about Adam? What was Adam's race?
There was no race discussed.
Yes, there was.
What was the race that was discussed?
He was the son. He was the son of God.
I said race.
Son of.
See that? See that? As people say, right over his head. Right over his head. You know the biggest problem? After you heard it, you start talking again. What do you mean by that? Explain that. Should have been a proper response. With him, I didn't say that. I said, see, coming on a mindset that he knows already. And that's the problem. Now, we're going to get a few things. All right. Because yes, I'm jumping to the New Testament, because guess what? The New Testament can explain things of old. Absolutely. This is all the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. These words come from on high. So you can jump in the future, so to speak, to go talk about things prior. So we're going to go to Luke, the 3rd chapter. You see genealogy of Yahweh Shai. Okay. Now, when you go down, all right, genealogy of Yahweh Shai, All right, now this is through Mary's lineage, which after Mary starts with men. It starts with men because the men are the ones that give the lineage. Now I'm jumping down, Luke 3:34, which was the son of Jacob, which was the son of Isaac, which was the son of Abraham, which was the son of Terah, which was the son of Nahor, which was the son of Saruk, which was the son of Regal, which was the son of Phalek, which was the son of Heber, all right, which was the son of Salah, which was the son of Canaan, which was the son of Arphaxad, which was the son of Sem or Shem, okay, which was the son of Noah, and that's for all them people that's saying anti-Semitism. That's talking about Shem. It's Shem, okay? When you go back, it's Shem or Shem in the Hebrew, which was the son of Noah, which was the son of Lamech. So you mean all these people, they wasn't a part of a particular race? All right, let me keep going. Which was the son of Methuselah, which was the son of Enoch, which was the son of Jared, which was the son of Malathiel, which was the son of Canaan, which was the son of Enos, which was the son of Seth, which was the son of Adam, which was the son of God, who was the son of God. That was what our nationality was. Our nationality, we were the sons of God. You see, Bunyam Allah. Okay, which later on it got stamped on us when Jacob's name got changed to Israel. Yashar Allah. He is a prince of God. That is our actual nationality. Okay? Guess what? We're that even in the heavens. You see that? We're that even in the heavens. That's our nationality, man. All right? And when you go to Revelation 19, okay? When you go to Revelation 19, Salaki, didn't mean to do that. Revelation 19 and verse 10, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou doest not, I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. See, this is an angel speaking to John the Revelator. He said, I am of thy brethren. Because you have the sons of God that are in the heavenly bodies, their celestial bodies, and then you have the sons of God that are in their earthly bodies. You see? All right? But they're sons of God. And of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua, worship Yahweh Shai, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy. All right? So when you go into it, we are what? The sons of God. Okay? Now let's go back. Matter of fact, let me keep going in the video.
Of God. He was the son of the power. Okay. Now, if you want to believe that, or if you don't want to believe it, you don't have to.
No, it's cool.
All right? That's what we believe. He was the son of God. That was his race. That was Genesis 6th chapter.
Another question before I leave. I'm not even worried about that. That's your interpretation. Another question before I leave, though.
Man,
I know. When it comes to West Indians, why don't like Dominicans? You don't hear Dominicans, Cubans.
We're not dealing with your question.
You don't hear none of them say. You don't hear none of them say that.
You right there with me, brother.
Only y'all say.
No.
They don't say that stuff.
This last.
And that's a lie. You see, the more a person talks, the more it lets you know where he's coming from. Now, Charleston White, that simple nigga, that dumbass nigga right there, man. Good God, it looked like fucking Damon Wayans and Cat Williams smashed together, man. That fucking nigga. He said, you don't hear Latinos saying that they're Israelites. You don't hear them saying that you don't hear Puerto Ricans, you don't hear them saying that it's only y'all. First of all, y'all not looking around first. You're misinformed. There's GMS Mexico. There's brothers in California. There's brothers in this camp. Okay? All right, the DC camp. All right? That what? Or of the northern tribes that are saying that they're the Israelites. And there's people constantly waking up all over the globe saying that they're Israelites now, man. So you people are misinformed. You see, you're not looking, all right, you're not doing your research and finding things out. You're just going off of what you just know. Okay? You don't research, you don't look at nothing, you look at BET all goddamn day. Okay? Black entertainment television, nigga television. You look at that all day. You look at CNN, all right, where they just talk on certain talking points that fits their agenda all goddamn day. All right? That's all you niggas know. And you don't know anything else. All right? If you did your actual research, you'll see there's a bunch of brothers that's woken up to the fact that they're Israelites that came from the northern tribes, so-called North American Indians, so-called Seminole Indians, so-called Puerto Ricans, all right, people of Guatemala to Panama, Central and South Americans are waking up to the fact that they're Israelites, man. All right. So you're misinformed. All right. That's why people got to shut up when they come into the house of the Lord because they look stupid. What happens later on when they go off and find out that there's actual people, Puerto Ricans and stuff in their mind, Puerto Ricans and stuff that say that they're Israelites? Then what's going to happen? Oh, looking stupid. See?
Question
They
that you
speak
have?
Spanish. They focus on
we
burritos.
not you.
They ain't talking about none of that stuff. Why aren't they
Go
talking
to
about
Genesis
we're part of
6
the
for
12 tribes?
edification.
You're not gonna move the goalposts,
Nah, man, nah.
Okay, cool.
Nah, we're gonna deal with
But
the
let
race.
that sink in when you look at their history and when you look at their foundation.
Nah,
and when you
brother.
look at them, they don't discuss
Hey,
that stuff.
yeah, go ahead.
I got a quick
You won't
question
see
for you.
none
I
of
got
them
a
talk
quick
about
question.
none of
I got
that.
a
My
quick
brother asked you a
question for you.
question?
Yeah, of course, because that's why the prophets are out there. All right, that's why the prophets, Slakia, that's why the prophets are out there, because guess what? Our people have become lost sheep. All right, matter of fact, I think that's Matthew, the 10th chapter anyway. Let me just get it. Matthew 10 and verse 6, it says, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Let me get the other one. All right, the Lord said, go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. All right. Matter of fact, Matthew 15 and 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Israel's lost. You see? All right. Israel has been lost. Jeremiah. Just quick hitters that we know. Jeremiah, all right, 17 and 9. Matter of fact, Salakia, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And our heritage was what? Knowing who we were. All right, and our land, okay? Oh, not because you'll have people that say heritage is this talking about land. No, it's talking about who we were as well. All right, our law, statutes, and commandments. Matter of fact, let me get this word in a linear. Discontinue from our heritage. It says possession, property. Then it says inheritance, heritage. Now remember this part here: inheritance and heritage. Now we're going to go to the Apocrypha. And we're going to go to Sirach, the 17th chapter. You go down. It says, this is Sirach 17 and 8. He set his eye upon their hearts that he might shew them the greatness of his works. He gave them the glory in his marvelous acts forever, that they might declare his works with understanding. And the elect shall praise his holy name. And that's not talking about in the kingdom, by the way. That's talking about on this side. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Beside this, he gave them, Israel, knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. See that? He made an everlasting covenant with them and shewed them his judgments. You see that? So guess what? The law, statutes, commandments were what? Given to Israelites. That's a part of us, who we are. When we're born on this planet, we follow Yahweh Shema Shai. All right? And that's what we're telling the people. We're supposed to be following Yahweh Shema Shai. He is our power. He is our God. And we lost this. We got discontinued from our heritage. So of course you have a lot of northern and southern kingdom that don't agree with the fact that they're Israelites. Of course. But that's why you have the prophets coming back to show the people who they are. Okay? Point blank, period.
The word race, you know what the word race means? You know what it goes back to?
Ethnic group.
Okay.
The word race goes back to ethnic group. He said now prior to Noah, there was no race at all. All right. Now, when you go into race, it goes back to ethnic group, right? Let's keep going.
That's so when right. So if you're talking about ethnic group, you're talking about nationalities. That's what you should be talking about.
Check this out.
Nationality.
Before
right?
the earth was divided.
Okay. What happened?
During the time of Peleg.
Right.
And this is where he cuts him, because the brother already broke it down. You're talking about different nationalities. Race, ethnicity goes to nation, nationality. We're dealing with people who we are of, who our father is. Has nothing to do with where we're born at, the actual land itself. And look at this guy, right? Go back and look at this guy.
Check this out. Before
right?
the earth was divided.
Okay. What happened?
During the time of Peleg.
Right.
Before the earth was divided.
Right.
There was no Africa. There was no America. There was no Asia.
Those are Roman names.
I don't care who owns it. There was nothing.
Right. It was all one land.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was already race. Go read. Go read. Go read right now.
You don't have your scriptures.
Yeah, okay. And it was already race.
What?
Go read. Go read.
Sound like he said it. There was already
You
race.
don't have your scriptures. Man, you don't know what you're talking about, man. We're not laughing and giggling.
Before the earth was
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
So then he said there was already races before the earth was divided. But then he was saying, now I'm confused at his point. Because he said because that happened before Noah. Before Noah, all right, before Noah, okay, the earth was one landmass. It was all one. Matter of fact, even during the time of Noah, it was all one landmass. It was the flood that created what? The lands to split. When you have that much water on the earth, it's just like the concept of potholes. When you have all this water, it causes potholes in the street. Okay? So imagine an insane amount of water coming from rain, the depths, the fountains of the waters on the earth, and the heavens opened up and put more rain and water on the earth. So imagine the insane amount of water that's able to flood the entire earth. Of course, it's going to break up lands. You have marine life, that a fossil life that has been found on the tops of the highest mountains. How did they get there? Because there was a flood that came up there. So that was an insane amount of water. All right. So that happened before, in Noah's time, before the flood, and before that, there was all one landmass. And guess what? There were races back then still. Noah was of a race. He was of the lineage of the sons of God. And then he said, let's listen to this again, because this messed me up just hearing this. He said no, there was no race until Noah, but then now he said there was races before. Let me see, man.
it was already race.
See.
Right, it was all one land. Yeah, okay. And it was already race.
Bugged out. He don't even know his own point. All right, but let's go with this. Let's to continue to teach for understanding, because he's all off. Okay. Now you see, nation. It says a race of people, large group of people with common ancestry and language. It's not talking about coming from a particular place. It says, see, a race of people, large group of people with common ancestry and language. You see that? Descendants, right? Nation, right? Now let's go to race. Okay, race. All right. A hurried attack, running. That's one aspect of race. Now let's go to the noun part two. People descending or descended from a common ancestor. So race and nation, see, tribe, nation. So race and nation are the same thing. All right. Let's look up Slakia. Let's look up ethnicity, because he said ethnicity. The word ethnicity came out of his mouth. You see ethnic character. So we need more. So let's go to ethnic. It's ethnic and icity, right? And ity, right? So let's go to ethnic. Ethnic, pagan, heathen, from the Greek ethnikos, of or for a nation, national. All right, adopted to the genus or customs of a people peculiar to a people. All right. From ethnos, band of people living together, nation, people, tribe. That's what it's talking about. Which goes back to when it says nation, which goes back to race, which goes back to gene. All right. Now let's go back to let's go to race again. Matter of fact, I think it was a nation. Let's go to nation again. Bear with me. Let's go to gene. Look, gene, give birth, begat. Wasn't all these individuals before Noah begotten? It gives the lineage. We read that in Luke the 3rd chapter. They were begotten, so there was a race prior to Noah. They talked about races. All right? Let me see. Get what I have. We close that out. Now we got that. Now this is Genesis 6 and verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and They took them wives of all which they chose. So the sons of God right there comes from Adam. Okay? All right, that chosen lineage from Adam, the sons of God. It's not talking about the angels because the angels don't have sex and produce people. All right? There's no such there's no that shit is deals with demigods and stuff like that. That's Greek, where God slept with women and then you get Hercules and stuff like that. That's bullshit. That doesn't deal with the scriptures. The sons of God are talking about who? It's talking about the men of that lineage of Adam, the chosen line that goes all the way down to Noah and all the way down to Jacob and the Israelites. Those are the sons of God. You see? And it's all the daughters of men. The daughters of men, all right? Those men are another nationality, but let's get the Salakia, let's get that. Let me get Genesis. If I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, Genesis 11:4. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. See, they wanted to go build a tower and reach unto heaven just in case there was another flood, man, because they know about that flood. It was passed down. All right, it says, And Yahweh came down to see the city and the tower, which the children of men builded. See, the children of men. That's another classification of races. Okay, you have the Bun, okay, or Bunya, the children. Then you have the men, Adam, Ha, Adama, Salaki, Ha, Adam, Ha, Adam. Man, mankind. You see, mankind. That's the other classification. You have the other nations. You have the children of men. You have the sons of God. And I want to get First Corinthians. First Corinthians, and remember, you can jump around precept upon precept to explain something in the beginning. Matter of fact, let's get this first. Job 9 and 24. Salakia. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? See, the hand of the wicked. All right, Esau is the wicked. He's been known as the wicked. Okay, all right. It says the earth is given into his hand. Who's ruling the earth? Who covered the faces of the judges in the scriptures? Who said that he was the heavenly Father? Who said that he was the Lord? Who said he's the different prophets? The so-called white man has done this. We have some Bibles right now and dictionaries that have images of Edomites in places of the judges. So it's talking about Esau. He's known as the wicked. Now let's get 1 Chronicles 17 and 9. It says, Also I will ordain a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, and they shall dwell in their place, and shall be moved no more. The Lord is going to put us back in our land, and we're never going to move anymore. The Lord is going to do this. All right? It says, And they shall dwell in their place. See, the Lord said, and will plant them. The Lord is going to, there's no such thing as us going over to the land of Israel and reestablishing our land right now. Go get a plane ticket and go over there. You got people to this day that still believe that Hebrews to Negroes guy. Okay, he don't believe in a chariots, a great deliverance, but he believes in us going over and taking a plane ticket and stuff like that. Delivering ourselves. We can't deliver ourselves. We didn't deliver ourselves out of Egypt. So how are we going to deliver ourselves out of the new Egypt? Also, I will ordain a place for my people Israel, and will plant them, and they shall dwell in their place. They shall be moved no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness waste them any more as at the beginning. See, the children of wickedness, all right? The children of wickedness are Esau. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You have the three classifications of men. You have the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. Or you can change that out with children. Children ultimately goes back to the sons. See, the sons of God, the sons of men, and the sons of the wicked. Plain and simple. That was the three classifications of men before you got into what the Lord stamped on us, our other names. Okay? Israelites. You have the Edomites. Okay? And then you have the other nations and their respective names. Okay? All right. So again, if you were born on this planet, you have a race. You go back through a man, begat. You were begotten. Okay, and it was talked about before Noah. All right, like this idiot has said. I don't know what it. I don't know. This guy, he's lost. Okay, all right, all because he didn't keep his foot when he came to the house of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Remember, listening. All right, part of understanding is listening and keeping thy foot. Plain and simple. Call Haloyim, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash, and as always to the elect, double shalom.